Hello students, now you will study the topic pteridophytes. This topic is for class 11th biology. Here under this topic you will study this. These are the learning objects of this topic. See the learning object. Number 1, you will learn about what is pteridophyte, characteristics of pteridophytes, morphology of pteridophytes, reproduction of in pteridophytes. They are homosporous or heterosporous. We will study about them. Megaspores and microspores, gametophytes, pteridophytes, fertilization, zygote and embryo development, and life cycle and alternation of generation. These topics will be covered under this section. See. Now see the characteristics of pteridophytes. As pteridophytes, they are also called ferns. So they are feathered leaf plants. This tron means feathers and phyton means plant. So pteridophytes, they are feathered leaves plant. They are vascular cryptogams, means they are having vascular bundles, means xylem and phloem includes primitive living and fossils vascular plants. Characteristic of this, they are represented by 400 genera and 10,500 species. They include living and fossils both. Plant body is sporophytic and this is differentiated into stem, root and leaves. Plant body is differentiated into three parts. Mature pteridophytes nutritionally depend on the gametophyte and the dominant stage here is gametophyte. Gametophyte, the dominant stage and in which the sporophyte depends. So sporophyte depend on the gametophyte. They show much variation in form, size and habitat. Small annual plants like Azolla and Salvinia, they have large trees like Angiopteris. Most of living pteridophytes are terrestrial, they are found on the land. These are some examples of pteridophytes: Lycopodium, Selaginella, Sarotum, many are there. Some members are aquatic. These are the examples of aquatic pteridophytes: Azolla, Marsilia, Isoetes and Salvinia. They are found in water, in aquatic habitat. Few are xerophytic also. They are found in xeric conditions, dry conditions like Selaginella. It is found in xerophytic condition. Stems and roots have permanent growing apex, characteristic of pteridophyte. Most of them having herbaceous stem. Stem is herbaceous and leaves. They have scaly leaves like in Echinocystum, small sessile leaves in Lycopodium selaginella, and large petiolate leaves, compound leaves, they are found in fern. So there are three types of leaves: scaly, small and large. In fern, leaves show succinate venation. This is a special type of venation. See here, the leaves are curled inward. They are coiled inward. So this is called succinate venation. Based on leaf structure, pteridophytes are classified into microphylles and macrophylles. Micro and macro, both. Micro means they are having simple leaves, single vein, no leaf gap like in Lycopodium, and macrophylles they have large leaves as in pteris. Vascular elements are well developed in pteridophytes. Vascular elements like xylem and phloem. Progressive advancement of the vascular structure is in different groups. It also found, and vascular structures are commonly called stele. So stellar system is present in pteridophytes. There are four types of stellar system: protostele, saphenostele, dactyostele, and polystele. So this is the stellar system in pteridophytes. This is a characteristic of pteridophytes. Now, xylem is made up of trachees, phloem made up of sieve tubes and phloem parenchyma. Xylem bases are absent. Xylem conduct water and minerals in other plant also, and phloem conduct food materials. Photosynthetic tissue mostly restricted to leaves, as leaves are the main photosynthetic organ. No tissue differentiation in microphylous leaves, but in megaphylous leaves they have palisade and spongy parenchyma. Now, the reproduction in pteridophytes. Pteridophytes reproduce by spores. Spores are produced in sporangia. Sporangia is structure where spores are produced. Sporangia are born on the ventral side of the leaf. On the ventral side of the leaf, you can see the sporangia where spores are found. Sporophyll leaf having sporangia, that is called sporophyll. So these structures which are used in reproduction. In aquatic forms like Salvinia and Marsilia, sporangia are present within the specialized structures called sporocarps. This is found in aquatic plants. Plants may be either homosporous or heterosporous. Means on the base of spores, they are homosporous or heterosporous. If the spores only single spores they are produced, only one type of, they are homosporous. If the spores are of two type, these are called heterosporous. Now see, homosporous. Single type of spores are sporangia. Spores are small, but in heterosporous, two type of spores and sporangia, one large and the small. Large sporangia, they are called megasporangia and produce megaspores. Small sporangia, microsporangia, and they produce microspores. So the plants may be of two type. They are of two type: homosporous or heterosporous. If they are heterosporous, they produce two type of spores. If they are homosporous, they produce only single type of spore and only one type of sporangia. Sporophylls may be either aggregated into compact cone like this. This is a cone. They may be in a compact cone, that is called stabili at the end of the stem, like in Selaginella, Lycopodium, and Echinus. Uniformly distributed, like in Pteris and Adiantum. So this is the structure of cone. In true ferns, sporangia located on the lower surface of the leaf clusters, they are called sori. So see here, many sporangia you can see on the ventral side of the leaf. Much variation in gametophyte among different species. Variation is found in gametophyte in different species. Gametophyte is called prothallus. When spores they germinate and they form prothallus after germination. In Homosporous type prothallus is simple, green and heart-shaped. Homosporous species are monoecious. Antheridia and Archegonia are born on the same prothallus. They are monoecious, means male and female structures, reproductive structures are found on the same prothallus. Heterosporous type are always dioecious. If they are heterosporous, they are dioecious, means male and female reproductive organs are found on the different prothallus. Microsporous are male prothallus, macrosporous is a female prothallus. Sex organs are embedded or projected out in prothallus. Antheridia is surrounded by sterile jacket cell. Jacket is always single layered. Antheridia are sessile or short stalked. Antherozoids unicellular, spirally coiled with two apical flagella. Archegonia is differentiated into neck and venter. The basal part that is called venter and upper part is called neck in Archegonia. Neck is projected and venter is embedded in the prothallus. Neck is out of the prothallus and venter is in the prothallus. Neck canal cell degrade to produce mucilaginous substance. Mucilaginous attract antherozoids toward the Archegonia for fertilization. Water is essential for fertilization. Like in bryophytes, water is essential for fertilization to transfer the male gametes. Eggs and antherozoids fuse to form zygote. Fertilization takes place and zygote is the first cell of sporophyte. Then zygote develop into sporophyte. After formation of zygote, it starts to divide to form embryo. First division of zygote determines the polarity of the embryo. Basal pole form the foot and roots. Apical pole that forms apical shoot. Pteridophytes show typical heteromorphic alternation of generation. Means gametophyte and sporophyte, these generations alternatively come in their life cycle. Morphologically distinct sporophytic and gametophytic generations. Main plant body is sporophyte, which is dominant and separate and independent gametophyte and sporophytic generations. This is, see here, this is a life cycle of pteridophytes. Here, this is the main plant on which sporangia are present, and sporangia meiosis takes place and spores are produced. So these spores are haploid in nature because they are formed by meiosis. So this is haploid life cycle. Spores they germinate and form prothallus. This is the prothallus, this structure. On prothallus there are sex organs present on this prothallus like antheridium and archegonium. Archegonium this is producing egg cell and antheridium they are producing sperms. So after fertilization, this fertilization takes place here and zygote is formed and zygote develop into new sporophyte plant. So see here, this is a gametophyte stage, this stage is gametophyte. So here see, and this spore is sporophyte stage. So sporophyte give rise to, this sporophyte give rise to gametophyte generation and this gametophyte generation give rise to sporophyte generation. So sporophyte is going to gametophyte and gametophyte again give rise to sporophyte. So in this way there are two generations in the life cycle. From here you see this and draw a line. This is n generation and this side this is 2n generation, means sporophytic and this is gametophytic. This is sporophytic, it is gametophytic generation. So this is the alternation of generation. It is found in pterophytes. This is called alternation of generation. Thank you for watching.